Hello, we're going to go ahead and create an activity here. It's going to be an online text activity. So let's go to Add Activity, Online Text. Okay, we're going to call this Sample Online Text Activity. Okay, so now what we have here is we have a section. The description is actually where you're going to put all the student-facing text. So Sample Online Text Activity will appear on the main course page. You can also have it appear. You can also have the description appear on the main course page. That's probably not the best thing to do. Okay, so I've just kind of pasted in what I consider to be boilerplate for a good activity. You should consult your style guide. Essentially what we have here is we have an introduction, instructions, and specifically what to turn in for your grade. I've tried many different formats for online lessons, and this seems to be the one that works best for my students. Also, I try not even if I might post files or links on the main course page, any file or link that they need to be using, I also put inside of this of the actual lesson here. And Moodle 2.2 makes it very, very, very easy to add files. So say that you needed a file a link to a file right here. All I'd do is I'd click, I'd highlight the text, I'd click my link icon, and then I can actually upload a file directly from this interface. So I'd click on the link, I can upload a file right here, select it, and insert a link directly into the assignment as I'm working. It's very, very efficient, so that's probably the best way to do it rather than post files on the main course page. Okay, so we have our description. Those are going to be everything the student will read for the assignment. We want to disable the due dates for now. Okay, if you were putting things in as you're going along in the course, you might enable these. If you're doing things that are going to be just sitting there for the student, you're going to want to disable it while you're initially creating the assignment, and then come back in and enable them later. Prevent late submissions, I suggest putting no. You can if you want. If you're going to make a hard due date, that might be a good thing to enable. The grading, we went over. There'll be a separate video on grading assignments. So we're going to leave this as 100, simple direct grading, and we're going to leave it uncategorized. Okay, so online text, there are just a couple of different options. Allow resubmitting. I always change this to yes. That allows students to correct their work. If you want something where they can only answer one time, you'd want to change that to no. Email alerts to teachers, I always leave this as no unless you want an email every time a student submits something. And then finally, comment in line, I leave as no also. Commenting, notice we get this great help if we click in here. So this is for grading. Basically, if you want to add comments directly to the student written work, you can add that there. Okay, so those are basic. Online text is probably the most basic of the activity types. I'm just going to quickly format this. There's a bug in a lot of Moodle installations that makes online text appear centered when it should appear left justified. So let's go ahead and we're going to save and display. Okay, so here is what the student will see. Okay, the student, if they were to click on this assignment from the course page, and basically all they'll do is they click Add Submission. They're given this rich text editing box where they can edit the submission. Okay, one of the main things that students will forget about, they think that as they're typing this should automatically save. Maybe they're right, but that's not the way it works in the system. So they go ahead and click, they edit the text, then they close out of the browser, and they think that it's been saved. So it's important that we remind them that it has not been saved. So basically nothing is saved until we click Save Changes. And a good way to remind them is, one, that they should see this message, your changes have been saved, and they should also see their text as part of the web page, not in an editable text box. Okay, so that is the online text activity type. I hope it helps.